Thanks, John. Thank you, Brian. For more on that, Republican New York State Senator Daphne Jordan joins us now. I should also point out to Brian Yennis's reporting there about President Biden not calling for Cuomo's resignation, that Jen Psaki was just asked about this in the briefing room a short few minutes ago. She said, like everyone that continues to read these stories and news developments, they seem to be happening every day. The president does find them troubling, she said. We find them troubling, hard to read. Every woman needs to be treated with respect. The New York Attorney General is pursuing an independent investigation. The president finds that appropriate at this time, sort of backing up what we already heard from him, but still not calling for a resignation. If I could just get your thoughts on this moment as so much continues to change.
Well, Cuomo definitely needs to go. And, maybe it will take President Biden to make that happen. I'll give the governor this. He's entitled to due process regarding the recent sexual harassment allegations made against him. But given the totality of all the serious circumstances surrounding him, he's lost the trust of his governmental partners and the public trust. He's lost my trust. And so let's look at what he's facing. He's got 7 credible accusers of sexual harassment, including current and former staffers, as well as a journalist. And one of these accusers is actually accusing him of sexual assault. He's looking at an ongoing federal Department of Justice investigation into his attempted cover-up of 15,000 nursing home deaths. There's an expanding calls for a probe into his questionable book deal. He's got employees not going into work at the governor's office, and we want to know why they've been leaving since this past summer. His top aide, a longtime political loyalist in charge of vaccine distribution, is calling county executives gauging political support for the governor, basically setting up a quid pro quo environment. So
if I could just stop you there on that very point, because here's New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio on that investigation into the Cuomo vaccine czar that he says is needed. Listen.
What we've heard is about the governor and his team trying to link vaccine supply to political support. That is the definition of corruption. It is disgusting. It is dangerous. There are lives on the line, and it cannot be tolerated.
Okay, so Senator, there's that, and there's the questions over whether we will hear for President Biden to call for him to resign. But there's also questions over why we haven't heard from more women on this, including Kamala Harris. Nancy Pelosi still won't even say she thinks that he needs to resign. Here's Pelosi.
But you're not calling on him to resign right now?
I think we should see the results of the debate, but he may decide, and hopefully this result will be soon. What I'm saying is the governor should look inside his heart. He loves New York, to see if he can govern effectively.
I wonder if she would be saying the same had this been a Republican.
Oh, absolutely not. She would have been all over any Republican right now. It's just wrong. And again, she's looking at just the sexual harassment allegations. There's so much more going on around him. He's created a dark cloud around our state government. It's time for him to go.
New York State Senator Daphne Jordan, really appreciate you joining us this afternoon. Glad to have you. Thank you.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.